Internet, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy, and welcome. And if you like to, you can subscribe. Anyway, today I'm going to be looking at some of the biggest stories that we have seen on the internet in the last few days. Now, I originally had everything highlighted that I wanted to say. However, issues arose. So we're going to have to just go through it like this, the old fashioned way. And first off, on our first story is the story about Fitbit and then burning your damn wrist. Yes, Fitbit recalls Ionic smartwatch after 78 reports of burns. Also, interestingly here, Fitbit will refund the Ionic owners $299. We burnt you, but it's 300 quid. So, just to go through, Fitbit announced today that it's working with the Consumer Product Safety Commission to voluntarily recall its Ionic smartwatch. Voluntarily after you burnt, how much was it? 78 people. I'm not sure it's really voluntary there. The company received over 100 reports of the watch lithium ion battery overheating, as well as 78 reports of burn injuries to customers. Now, what I don't know, what they don't really say there are those links. So, is it 178 reports, or is it 100 reports of overheating and 78 burning? Because, I mean, either way, it's not good. If your shit's hotting up, it's nearly half and half you're going to freaking burn. Now, Fitbit has said that customer safety is always Fitbit's top priority, and out of an abundance of caution, we are conducting a voluntary recall of Fitbit's Ionic smartwatches, Fitbit said in a statement. Now, it does go on to say that this is only 0.01% of units sold, roughly 1 million in the US and 693,000 around the world. So, yeah, we're talking a very small amount, but, burning is burning. So if you have the Ionic smartwatch, Fitbit recommends you to stop using it immediately. The company says it will provide a prepaid packaging for returns and will issue a refund of $299. It also says it extends a 40% discount code for selected Fitbit devices. So, you can burn your wrist on something else. Only playing. Now, according to the CPSC, Fitbit received 115 reports in the US and 59 reports internationally of the Ionic battery overheating. More troubling, the company received 78 reports of burn injuries. See, this is the bit here. I read this earlier and I was like, wait. At the top, you tell me it's 78 reports of burns. Okay. Right here, I don't know how clear it is. It says, more troubling, the company received 78 reports of burn injuries in the US and 40 reports internationally. So it's not 78, it's what's that, 118? 118, right? We got a calculator. We'll go. I'll put in this calculator. So I act like I'm not actually just knows it. 78 plus 40, 118. Bang. Got it. Fitbit received 2 reports of 3rd degree burns and 4 reports of 2nd degree burns. So it's not 78, it's 118. The fucking line in the top. What, does the people around the world, does that extra 40 people not matter? Just say 118. It makes it sound worse. Isn't that what you want? More the catching headline? Anyway, launched in 2017, the Ionic was Fitbit's first real attempt at a smartwatch after acquiring Pebble. It was one of the first wearables to introduce SpO2 sensors. But the watch disappointed in terms of sales. It's probably not going to do too much better right now. So yes, if you have one of these Ionics, bloody take it back, get your money back before it burns your damn wrist. And moving on to the next one, we have Apple. Yes, and Apple is apparently working on a $200 iPhone. I'm not sure, but according to Mark Gurman at Bloomberg, he thinks that Apple should. So, are they? That's why the question mark there. So Mark Gurman, who's notorious for knowing and getting a lot of these things right, to be fair to him, says that Apple should be making the existing iPhone SE, but sell it for $200. Right, $200. The reason being that Apple doesn't have anything in the low-end market, as Steve Jobs had a don't ship junk maximum. Now, he is now saying that this is an outdated way of looking at things, as shown by the iPhone SE. Apple can make low-cost products that don't qualify as junk. Very true, very true, but it doesn't really go with Apple's monkey. They're more the higher class, the pristine. Do you really want to be going down in the dumps with Android? Now, I don't call it down in the. I call it down in the dumps because that's how it's perceived. I don't think it is. You make a $200 iPhone, you make a $200 freaking Android device, man. Some of them are flagship killers for a reason. Not everybody needs a freaking camera that can take a picture of the tiniest little thing. I mean, I love a camera that can do that, but not everybody needs it. Most people are just going to be taking a picture of themselves. They need it to call people, they need it to text people, and they need it to play a few games and look at whatever, Facebook, Instagram, their thing. That's it. But here's why Apple should sell an iPhone 200 for $200. And I had a look, and they do have some points by continuing selling the iPhone SE at half its launch price. So 400 originally, Apple could take over the low end from Android, which is true. You make a cheaper iPhone, more people buy that comparing to Android. The flip side of that is more people will buy that than buying the more expensive iPhones. They do go on to say that opens the door to upselling service, which I do think is the one and only reason they might do it. You then get an iPhone SE in pretty much, you get an iPhone. Forget that it's an SE. You get an iPhone in pretty much everyone's pockets then. Yeah, and I mean, I've seen the numbers over in the US. It's crazy how popular the iPhone is. Now, the iPhone over here in the UK is popular, but in the US, it's just a different level. Different level over there. But you get it to everyone, everyone has it. Your whole family has iPhones. Yeah, that no more green bubble, blue bubble, which is not a thing over here. Nobody really uses iMessage. Well, I have an Android, so maybe people do. That's why I don't get so many messages. Anyway, yes, back to why should they do it? Well, why they should do it is upselling. Now everybody has it. So what does that mean? You can now sell more Apple Pay in all their purchases. Apple Card, I don't think they really did anymore. Apple Music, and what about their tags? What about the iPods? I would love a pair of those. I would. But I got an Android, and they just don't work as well. And I'm not gonna get it if it doesn't work as well. I refuse. I mean, look at this is what I'm using right now. Look at these chunky boys. I mean, the Sony WH1000XM3, so a little bit old now. Love them. But I would love iPods, but they don't work well with my phone. And I'm not buying a freaking iPhone just for the earpods, whatever. Going back onto this as I keep getting sidetracked. Oh yeah, Gurman also thinks it could be a stepping stone to higher end iPhone or selling more products like AirPods. I agree, although I think the opposite could happen. And then instead of being a stepping stone to higher end iPhones, it'd be people stepping down. So, do you really need the iPhone 14? You can get the iPhone 14 SE for less than half the price. God Christ, less than half price. 70% of the price. Like, is that really what you want or need? And this is especially people nowadays. We're holding on to phones for so much longer because the gap, the yearly upgrade it's just not an upgrade. It's not what it was. So you're gonna get even less people going for that. Although £200, what you could do is get more people updating more regularly. Going on. This is a good point, actually. That Gurman also notes that third-party resellers already sell the iPhone SE at under 200. So, Apple could just take that market like that. Same thing they did with the AirPods, the AirTags, sorry, where they just took that market, and that market is now mine. Nobody uses that little key thing anymore. Well, iPhone users don't use it. Why would you when you've got the AirTags? Apple won't like it because it costs under 30% of their margin. 30% margin, and whereas the iPhone SE parts is probably around $200, so they're making practically nothing. I give this a big. Don't think so. I like to see it because I like cheap tech. I want my tech to get better and cheaper. Right now, it's just kind of getting a bit better. That price is just, it ain't getting cheaper. Nothing's getting cheaper nowadays. Sad life, man. Sad life. Anyways, to the next one. Got a bit more social news here, and that TikTok users are dissatisfied with the new 10-minute video limit. Now, if you haven't seen, TikTok wants to do 10-minute videos, which I get. Like, they're basically now going, we are gonna take over YouTube. Why have YouTube when you have us? You don't need them. Come to us. The problem being that TikTok is for short videos. I mean, it grew up. That's its bread and butter, and everybody, YouTube, Instagram, King, Snapchat, whoever, all started copying and jumping on board the TikTok small videos. And it's not a TikTok thing. Sure, I know Vine was there and Vine was massively popular, but TikTok has taken that to a new level. In the 5 years since 5 years, has it been 5 years that we have had TikTok? Wow. TikTok has gone over 1 billion monthly users, mainly from its short form videos. I mean, only because of its short form videos. However, its most efficient vulture is now revolving. TikTok is now rolling out an update to its platform that will allow users to upload films. Wow, they're calling it films now. With new 10-minute video limit. This app will become the app that become well known for its 15-second video segments exactly. And then it's 60 seconds, which, yes, 60 seconds, still short. Not 15, but still short. And then in July last year, the time limit was increased to 3 minutes. And now we're getting to a bit long. I mean, people want to just view something and go. That's what TikTok is. On to the next. On to the next. On to the next. We're not sitting around. We don't want to wait around. We are here, then we watch here, then we watch there. And that's why TikTok is thing, because it's short bursts. That endorphin hit, endorphin hit, that happiness, that pow, wow, look at that, that's amazing. Wow, look at that, that's amazing. Wow, look at that, that's amazing. Wow, look at that. It's not, let's sit down here and watch a video for 10 minutes. I know why they want to do it. It's the same reason that YouTube likes long videos. It's the same reason why you see 10-minute, 8-minute, 30-minute videos on YouTube. It's because that means people are watching longer. Watching the same thing for longer means we can display more ads. We want more eyes on the platform for longer. So what do? You make longer videos. But that's just not TikTok's lane. Not that they can't do it, and not that potentially that YouTube shouldn't have a competitor. Competition is always good. The problem is right now is just TikTok is not going to be paying its users the same way YouTube has and does. YouTube is amazing. I mean, I have a small channel, and yes, it doesn't really pay for much, if I'm being honest with you, but I'm still learning. It's still new. I've only had this channel for a little while, and I'm making some money. I mean, I'm not ready to quit my job yet. Tell the wife we're leaving and going somewhere nice, No, it's not that. I still have a job. I need a job. Maybe one day we could. But if I was on TikTok, they don't. I mean, what do they have a little fund and they give everyone. But you've seen the numbers. I mean, Mr. Beast with hundreds of millions and millions and millions of views has made like $1,000 or something. It's crazy. Just the amount of views compared to what you make. So what you see is everyone on TikTok, nearly everyone there. That's not how they make their money. They don't make their money on TikTok. They make their money, they grow on TikTok and make their money outside. Like in YouTube. And until TikTok provide methods of monetization for users, I don't think they're going to grow. Well, they will grow. I don't think they're going to get the same 10-minute because they won't get the content creators to come. Well, they will for the exposure. They're just going to all try and take them off that platform because there's no money in it for them. People, yes, sure, we like doing it for a laugh and fun, but at the end of the day, if you're making content, you want to get paid for it. Anyway, TikTok has said we're constantly brainstorming new ways to add value to our community and improve the TikTok experience. We launched longer videos last year, allowing our community more time to create and be amused on TikTok. We're happy to begin rolling out the ability to publish movies up to 10 minutes long today, which we think will open up even more creative possibilities for creators all over the world. They're true. But movies? 10 minutes? Movies? Really? What? What you need to do is you need to open up the bank balance. Open up your wallet to some users. That's how you're going to get them. Now, TikTok continued expression of the maximum video duration that aims to compete more directly with YouTube. Of course it does. And appeal to some older audiences, which is true, Older people, they still like the 10-second, 15-second, but they want to watch something with more substance, I guess. But it's a dangerous path. Dangerous path. Because the great thing that TikTok has is it's fresh. It's new. It seems like something more for the kids, sort of thing. More for the younger generation, you kids out there. And you don't really want it going the same way as like Facebook did. Facebook is a graveyard. I mean, God, if you've gone on Facebook lately, it's just wow. TikTok does not want to become that, but you do want the older audiences as well because I guess they're the ones that will spend more time. They have more money, more disposable income. But you don't want to turn into the next Facebook, I'll tell you that. Facebook are a multi-billion-dollar company. I mean, I wouldn't mind turning into a multi-billion-dollar company, don't get me wrong. But you're the new hip guy, you don't want to rush there too quick. Facebook built up billions of people, millions and millions of users before it came oversaturated with more elderly people. I say elderly, like freaking 80, 90-year-olds. It doesn't take that to drive the kids away. And the problem is once the kids drive away, there's no new blood, Anyway, while TikTok seems to emulate its competitors, social media platforms such as Instagram, Snapchat, and even YouTube have added short-form video sections to attract younger people. That's it. TikTok have the youth. Everybody wants the youth. The problem is there ain't the money in that. Now there is in potentially time, but can you get them and keep them on your platform? Who knows? So over the next few weeks, the 10-minute video maximum video length will be rolled out globally. Users must have the most recent version of the app and they'll be notified when it's updated. So something to look out for. They'll do it and it'll be popular. But it's not TikTok. That's not what I think about and most users think about when they head over to TikTok. And content creators, sure. I mean, you see on YouTube all the time. I mean, the shorts and everything, they're all they are. The YouTube shorts, a lot of the time, are just TikToks. People have ripped it from TikTok, stuck it up on YouTube. Same thing's gonna happen here. People will put it from YouTube, just stick it over on TikTok. Because why not? Why make it twice? Just do it once. And in our final news of today, going on for quite a bit, so I'm not going to make this too long, but the horrible news and scenes over there in the Ukraine. If anybody's seen it, I'm not really going to speak about it. Everybody, it's a polarizing issue. Not really, I guess, is it? But I'm not going to. I do not know enough to speak with any authority on the issue, but so I'm going to try and tread carefully here. But major cryptocurrency exchanges have refused to hold all Russian users' accounts. So what exactly does that mean? Because when I first read it, I was like, hold all users' accounts? What the hell does that mean? So Coinbase, Binance, and Kraken, three of the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges, have joined others in rejecting UK's request to freeze all Russian users' accounts. So basically, Ukraine was saying, hey, stop their accounts the same way that the sanctions have just put Russian finances to a mess. I mean, over here in the UK, we have Abramovich, and he's selling Chelsea, like one of the biggest football teams in the last 15 years, and he's sunk how many millions and billions into it. He's now like selling, and he has to, because before it gets taken. I mean, I don't know if you saw today the that yacht from, I think it's Uzumov. Sorry about my pronunciation. That mega yacht that was seized in Germany. Wow, wow, wow. What? How did? What? I mean, when you see stuff like that, it's a sort of glimpse into the 1%, not even the 1%, the 0.01%, the crazy money. So Ukraine even Vice Price Minister Mikhailo Fedorov tweeted on Sunday, pleading with all major crypto exchanges to blacklist Russian users' addresses. Saying it's critical to disrupting ordinary users as well as the address associated with Russian and Belarusian politicians. So I get it. But also to sabotage ordinary users. See that little bit there that they left out here, but he put in his tweet. That's the problem, and that's where the sticking point is. As they said, we are not going to freeze millions of innocent customers' accounts unilaterally, a Binance spokesperson told CNBC. Crypto is designed to provide people with all access around the world more financial freedom. To decide unilaterally to deny people access to their crypto would be a direct violation of the purpose of crypto, which I can see. I can see their point of view. While I don't agree with it, personally, I don't. I 100% wouldn't argue about it because, yeah, crypto is meant to be free. The problem is, meant to be free. It's not meant to be held in the same walls as the rest of the banking system. Is kind of the point of it. But, yeah, it's going to let so many of these rich people not feel as pinched, I guess. I mean, that's the thing. The thing about it is all these sanctions and everything is meant to make people feel that pinch. Now, it's the ordinary people that I obviously feel bad about, because you're, I was going to say you're Tom, Dick on the street, but Tom, Dick, and Harry on the street, but it's probably different names in Russia. Of course it is. They're not. This is not them. They're not over there in Ukraine. This is the government. This is them fighting them. It's not the ordinary people on the street, and they're the ones who's gonna feel. I was gonna say feel the most pain, although I think these oligarchs, Jesus, the world has tried to make them feel some pain. So, just going on. Binance also announced that it would donate 10 million to humanitarian assistance in Ukraine and develop a crypto-first crowdfunding platform to raise an additional 20 million, which is a good step. Don't get me wrong, that is a good step. Sort of shows that, look, we feel for you. Like, we think that you have a point here. The only thing is, this is not our fight. We are not going to put the ordinary users in there, and I understand that. The United States, United Kingdom, Europe, and Canada have all retaliated against Russian invasion in Ukraine by imposing sanctions on Russian banks. Yes, that SWIFT one was that was a swift and painful thing for Russia. Now, Coinbase told Motherboard that a unilateral and comprehensive ban would punish ordinary Russian residents experiencing unprecedented currency turmoil due to their government's hostility against a democratic neighbor. Another major crypto exchange, Kraken, said it couldn't freeze the accounts of its Russian users until forced to by law. Jesse Powell, CEO of the Kraken exchange, said the move would go against the company's libertarian ideals. As a neutral platform, we will not freeze the accounts of any users from any jurisdiction until there is a legal obligation, said Johnny Liu, CEO of KuCoin. And in this trying time, activities that exaggerate tensions and jeopardize the rights of innocent people should be discouraged. After dropping about $10,000 in value in the aftermath of the crisis, Bitcoin's price has risen to over 43,000 this week. So, my opinion on that, just crazy. I wish I did. I wish there wasn't a. I wish I didn't need to have an opinion. Nah, I wish there wasn't a thing to have an opinion on. What a crazy, crazy move. Anyway, sobering thought and place to leave us on. But that is where I must leave you. And until next time, I hope you liked the video. Good. Bye. Crazy.